Hey, folks. Okay, here we go. Got a nice house with a beautiful yard, no cracks in the drive beneath a shiny new car. Got a good dog that fetches my shoes, got a guitar that sings me the blues. It's the perfect life, or so it would seem, but I'm a woman away from the American dream. Got a good job, there's food on my grill, my roof that never leaks, you know I'm paying my bills. Well, I've got my health and my happiness too. I'm building my wealth and I'm living life true. It's the perfect life, or so it would seem, but I'm a woman away from the American dream. Well, I got the best friends, you know they call to say hi. Got a nice view of a perfect blue sky, and I tend to laugh much more than I cry, and I'm on the right path, you know I'm one lucky guy. Well, it's the perfect life, or so it would seem, but I'm a woman away from the American dream. Yeah. Oh, American dream is a mysterious thing. Everything is good, you know my mood seldom swings. You think that I'd be happy, that I'd be content. My heart, it isn't broken, Lord, it's not even bent. So what am I missing? Why aren't I whole? What is this longing deep down in my soul? Down in my soul. Down in my soul. Yeah, American dream is down in my soul. Well, it's the perfect life, or so it would seem, but I'm the perfect wife from the American dream. Well, it's the perfect life, or so it would seem, but I'm a woman away from the American dream. Hey, everybody. I'm here on the internet. Wow.
Well, who would have thought? Thanks for letting us know that things are sounding and looking good, folks.
Yeah, it's nice to see you out there. Carol Kugler and Geraldine Weiser and Renee and everybody. Marnie called me Hat Marmon. Hat Marmon's my late night alter ego. It's not late enough for him, but
We'll try our best to bring him out.
he might get it. We'll see what happens. I told Geraldine I'd keep it family friendly. I'm sticking to that. Jenna Jardine says
Jenna?
America. I think she means Paul Simon's America, but I'm going to keep it to original. She probably doesn't mean that. Anyways, love you all, and I'm thankful for you for chiming in, and I'm thankful for this in the first place. Thanks so much for the hard work you're doing, Ben, to give songwriters a place to perform. All right, that was American Dream. That's off my first album, Cosmic Yonder. Let's see. I'm all wound up. I'm going to relax a little bit. Otis is relaxed. I need to channel some of that.
Just a touch.
Nice.
Classic.
Odie. All right, here we go. This one's off the same album, Cosmic Yonder, and it's called But Then Again. But then again. Oh, but then again. I often wonder when I'll say the words, but then again. When just as things are looking sweet, they'll meet their bitter end. Oh, but then again we're often stronger, having fought hard to defend us from the end. A little longer, yes, we're stronger. Oh, but then again. But then again, our words we seldom use until we've hit the wall. But then again, there are also words that help us get back on the ball. Well, I'll often sit and I'll ponder. I'm talking Carl Sagan style, y'all. About the cosmic yonder and the meaning of it all. What's the meaning of it all? What's the meaning of it, y'all? Well, the meaning of it all is how we feel when love is true. We find a friend and we go sailing on a universal cruise. I'm talking about the love boat. I'm talking about me and you. You can be the captain and I will be the crew. And every single evening we'll drop anchor in the bay, where we can watch the moon rise and the sun set at the same time. We'll be our friend again. We'll wish for more of it to spend. We'll stick together till the end. Oh, but then again. Oh, but then again. But then again. Nothing lasts forever. Oh, but then again. There's always something better.
Oh, man.
Well, I was never really one to care how you wear your clothes or do your hair, 'cause that's not what it's all about with you. You were something beautiful and true, and there's no need to decorate what's real. You're perfect as you are, I feel. Still, I know it means a lot to you. So I compliment your shoes. But from the start, I've seen nothing but your soul. Believe me, even though I'm growing old, you keep me feeling young and feeling full of life and love. You know you've made me whole. And so it breaks my heart to see you go. I hope you know what you're doing though, 'cause I think you've made a big mistake. Don't try to stop you, 'cause that ain't my place. I simply memorize your face. Well, I want to scream, because I hate that it's the end. Instead I say I'm happy you're my friend. And because I know it means a lot to you, I compliment your shoes.
All right, man.
Hey,
Beautiful tune.
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
What kind of shoes?
Any kind of shoes, really. Whatever you want, whatever your imagination. What do you
Any
see?
kind
What
of
do you
shoes,
see?
really?
Pair of garden clogs.
I was thinking Crocs.
Crocs, yes, exactly. Birks.
Ooh.
Birkenstocks.
Birks. Can't go wrong with Birks. What's
Some
everyone's favorite shoe?
Sweet little patent stack
Patent
risers.
stack.
I don't know. I'm not really a boot
You know a lot
lingo
more
guy. I
about
don't
shoes
know that
than
much
I
about.
do.
I'm just picturing things. I don't know what anything's called.
Picturing them.
Hey, Kate Kuzer likes that song. Hi, Kate. I miss
Kate.
you, Kate. I think about you a lot. Kate Kuzer and I play. Well,
Kate has an
we
amazing
still
voice.
play. We still play. We're just on a bit of a hiatus as
Yeah, aren't
we
we
work our
all?
situations out, or various societal situations out for a bit. Kate, we will sing again. She's got a wedding looking forward to.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. What should we talk about? Otis. How's Otis doing? Can we see him? There
Let's
he is.
check.
Yeah.
You can see him little. We'll blow him up. We'll do a little zoom in.
Oh, look, that's Otis.
Classic. He gets so worked up when guests come over.
Yeah, Otis wanted to take a chunk out of my shin when I got here, but it's because I came through the wrong door, I think. I was a little bold just to stroll in.
Oh, he was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was ready to fight.
With good reason, I mean.
No, so for anyone that's been on this show before, you'll know that Odie takes about, I would say, a good couple minutes. Somebody comes in and then he just freaks out. He's just the littlest shit of a dog, and he thinks that he's gonna fight whoever comes in.
Otis is a good dog.
Yeah, he's a great dog.
My boy James is at home, relaxing, waiting for me.
How does he do when you're gone?
Actually, he's got some separation anxiety.
Yeah.
And frankly, the COVID has been a mess because I went to work at home for a while, and he got real used to me being around. Now I'm back on campus a bit. I work at Cleveland State, for anyone that doesn't know. So it's a little confusing for him because there's no real routine right now. It's a little wonky.
Sure.
So yeah, he's a little sketchy. So he can stay with my mom some days if I got a longer day.
Does he do anything?
So I bought one of those cameras so I could check in him on the web.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of funny because you can talk to him that way. I mean,
It's got like a voice
You can call
thing.
your dog and talk to him.
Yeah.
That thing was like
Ask
30.
him how
It was like
his day-
$30. $30 paired
Oh.
real easily. Beautiful thing.
That's awesome.
I think Napoleon Complex. Hopefully that's about Otis.
Dave knows.
I'm a short fella.
Dave knows.
I'm only rocking about 5'9" here.
You'd never know.
Oh, thanks.
The camera adds 3 inches at least. But with Odie, whenever I leave, there's this one pillow out there that he has the corner chewed up, and he'll pull out the stuffing. But I'm afraid it's a destroyed pillow.
That's his
But
anxious.
That's the one I'm
tick.
afraid to throw it away because I have a couple other nicer pillows on the other couch, and I know he's gonna tear them up.
So I didn't know what James did when I was gone until I bought this little camera, and then sure enough, I check in, and sure enough, he just sits there like a manic weirdo, barking. Just,
Oh, he just barks the whole time.
It broke my heart to watch.
That's
that
pretty sad.
Camera broke my heart, but then I knew, so I could call my dog and say, "Hey James, okay, you're watching the house. I'm at work," and it would get his attention.
When he hears your
enough.
voice, yeah.
It would get his attention enough to get him to snap him out of the trance, and I could lie down, little buddy, lie down. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Why didn't I
that's
think of
pretty
that? So kind of funny.
What about folks at home? You guys have dogs? How have they been doing through all this? I know that.
Kate's got dogs.
Oh, does Kate? Dave, do you have a dog? I don't know if you've mentioned it.
Carol Kugler, I don't think has a dog.
I'm not sure.
Who knows?
But I know that the price of dogs. I know that sounds crazy, but has gone out of control.
The price of dogs?
The price of dogs. So I was talking to a friend, and they have labs,
okay.
and they don't even have papers or anything, and they were selling them for like $800.
Yeah, see, that seems like madness to me. Because you
It's-
could go to any of the shelters around here, and they would love for you to take those dogs. At a
Well, I
reasonable
actually
fee.
think that shelters right now are like running out of dogs, or they were over
Yeah.
the summer because everyone was getting them.
I
So
think
it's
about getting James a buddy because of that
Have
that
you?
anxiety. I mean, I think he might do well with a teammate.
I've thought about getting. I can't right now because I've got roommates, so I can't just be filling my house full of dogs. But I've thought about getting a second dog. That'd be cool.
Parma Animal Shelter. See, yeah, dogs there, and I got mine. I got little James out at Ashtabula, and man, they were loaded. I think they might still be loaded out there.
Oh,
They're around. Pet Finder's good. Yeah, it's a good time to get a little doggy, especially if you're working from home. You got a little time. You just got to be careful about that change of routine when it's going to come. Eventually, we'll get back to normal.
yeah.
I wrote this song for my old boy, Hurricane. James is my pal now, but back in October, 2 years ago, coming up on 2 years, I lost Hurricane. Hurricane was a Katrina survivor, and he was an awesome dog. He was a very independent dog. He was a dog that would just jump my 4-foot fence and go chase rabbits around the neighborhood. I'd have to go get in the car and drive around and get him back. He was he was a very free spirit. I wrote this for Hurricane. Really, I wrote this to mess with Hurricane. Hurricane would lie down like Otis is and just relax. And as you play a song and your dog, you can see the ear twitch a little bit if they hear a word they know, or if they just hear your voice, or even if you make a mistake, if they're sleeping and comfortable and you have hit a real clunker or just stop playing, there's an immediate like, oh, what's going on? Right. So I noticed that about Hurricane, that he would listen to me practice and he would be a good barometer of how I was doing. And so I wrote this song and I peppered it with words he knew so that I could watch that little ear react when I said
That's
ball
genius.
or all these words. Well, imagine. So I wrote this, and it ended up being kind of an endearing little song. It's not it's a sweet little song about where our dogs go when we lose them, but it's peppered. Imagine if you're a dog, how many words in the song you would know. Well, where do good dogs go when they say goodbye? Is there a good old dog heaven in the good old dog sky, where they serve country squirrel on kitty cat rye with a bacon wrapped rabbit meat pie on the side, and where the frisbees fly freely and the balls all bounce true, and there's a nice game of tug and a soup bone to chew, and the mailman's always just one house away, and you can lie down and dream in a sunbeam all day. Yeah, that's where good dogs go, and they bid us adieu. They're in good old dog heaven, but they're dreaming of you. They keep one eye open, they keep one ear raised, but they can't sleep at night till they know that we're safe. Where do our dogs go when they say goodbye? They stay in our hearts, and we heal by their side. They're in good old dog heaven, where dog dreams come true. But a good dog don't stray far from you. No, a good dog won't stray far from you. Right, Otis? Right, buddy?
That's his new favorite song, I'm thinking.
What's that?
I said that's his new favorite song, I'm thinking.
Yeah, he doesn't look. He just looks
He's
more
moving.
content in his little bed there.
He's got a little itch.
Thanks. Hi, Sally Finger. Nice to see you. Thanks for chiming in and for listening. Let's see. This song's called Rises and Sets. I wrote this song when a guitar student of mine, and I like to teach guitar with an emphasis on songwriting. I like to teach kids from the bat to use the basic chords, not to try to sound like Pink Floyd, because that's going to be a recipe for frustration if you're just starting out on guitar and you're trying to play David Gilmour licks with no gear on a $100 acoustic. You're going to be annoyed fast, and your fingers are going to hurt, and there's a real good chance you'll quit. So I think I'm a big believer in just tuning it up and playing a few chords, and then if you can do it, make your own words to sing over, because immediately, no one can tell you they're wrong. No one can. If you're a young guitar player and you're playing for your buds, and you're trying to do a Bob Dylan song they all know, they'll be like, that's not how it goes, because they want to hear this sweet lick or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're playing a song you made up, that's exactly how it goes.
That's totally true.
It's unimpeachable. Like, it is yours.
Yeah.
And that was real empowering to me as a young writer. So I do that. One way I do it is to lay out song lyrics and just show kids how they're in blocks, verse, 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 chorus. Look at the syllable structure. Look where the rhyming words are. Pull out some colored pencils. If it's an E, if it's green, underline it in green.
Yeah.
And then when you find the rhymes for that word, underline those in green. And find the other words and find the rhymes. You have green and red and different colors on there that show you where the rhymes are. And then you'll see, oh, he's not just rhyming the last word of every other line. He's got rhymes hiding in the middle of the lines. You start to see cool patterns. And then, well, write your own words, but use those. See if you can write 4 blocks of words that use those where your colors are in the same place. And darn it, if it's not a song, it's just a song, right? So then you have that rhythm, and you have those blocks, that rhythm, and that pentameter, and then those rhyme schemes. Then you have those chords you're learning, and you can start to make melodies and start to put them together. And you're not stealing anyone's song; you're making your own brand new song. It's pretty neat. So I do that a lot. And I had this one kid. I was like, "Well, what do you want to write a song about?" And he said, "Let's write a song about the sun." The sun. And I love that because if you know me, I'm a big astronomy nerd. So when a kid says, "Let's write a song about the sun," I mean, I was like, okay, let's give it a shot, because that's awesome. And I actually, it reminded me of like a kid when you would draw a house in a little yard and the tulips, the cliche sort of child drawing. There's always a nice sun up in that upper corner.
A beautiful sun.
The sun is just something like, wow, it's hot. It will burn your skin. It
Totally.
is a beast.
Now, when you draw a sun, are you drawing like that, or are you drawing the lines?
Yeah, no, I'm the waves.
You're
I'm the
doing
little barreling wave
like
guy.
that?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's a hot sun.
Yeah, it's a hot sun. It's
Oh,
a
wow.
flamer.
Okay. I think I normally do this move. What would you even call that? You know what I'm talking about?
The swirly, the flares.
I'll show you right
Where's
now.
your dot cam? Where's your dot cam, man? We gotta get you a dot cam.
There you are, folks.
Oh yeah, something along
That's
those
a
lines.
sun.
Yeah,
You never did see a more beautiful sun than that.
That's flaring.
So now, because we just taught people how to write a song, and then I taught them how to draw a
How
sun.
to draw? Yeah. And I don't know if we're teaching people. Yeah, right.
Next week, everyone needs to have a song and a drawing that they're going to share.
So I told this little guy that I would work on it during the week. That we would both work on it during the week. That's our homework, because it was towards the end of the lesson we had the idea to write a song about the sun.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's go home and see what we can come up with. And a week later, I don't think he did his homework. But that's okay, because at least he's thinking about that kind of stuff. But I had done mine, and I came back with a song for him, and he just was like, yeah, I think he was pretty blown away, actually, just because, I don't know, it just seemed, because there's no rules. If you want to write a song about the song, you can do it any way you want. This is what I came up with. A young man wincing at the glare up in the sky salutes the world just to shield his eyes. And John Doe, he's a working man, and he's paving the street. He's drinking lots of water, and he's cursing the heat. And a pale pair of newlyweds are lying on a beach. And they're covered up in oil from their heads down to their feet. But the flower gets to grow and open up and close. And the rises and sets, well, they're just sweet. Yes, the rises and sets, well, they're just sweet. Saturn and Neptune and Mercury and Venus and Mars. Well, everybody's dancing around the very same star. And meanwhile, back on Earth, in the seat of someone's car, There's ice cream that's melting 'cause some store was just too far, and that pale pair of newlyweds, they're lying on the beach, ignoring all the warnings of the ultraviolet heat. And the flower gets to grow and open up and close, and the rises and sets, well, they're just sweet. Yes, the rises and sets, well, they're just sweet. But the man in the moon, he's sick and pale with grief. He sings a lonesome tune. He's looking down on a pitch dark street. The man in the moon, he just sits there in the dark. He has no fun until his face lights my room, as he catches a glimpse of the sun, of the sun. A farmer on a hillside, he gets a tear in his eye. It's been 100 days without a single cloud up in the sky, and if I don't get some rain soon, all my crops are gonna die. And when the fields turn brown, I kiss my livelihood goodbye. And that pale pair of newlyweds, well, they're still having fun, underestimating the sheer power of the sun. And the flower knows that life's a treat, and the rises and sets, well, they're just sweet. Oh, the rises and sets, well, they're just sweet. But the man in the moon, he's sick and pale with grief. He sings a lonesome tune. He's looking down on a pitch dark street. And the man in the moon, he just sits there in the dark. He's looking stunned until his face lights the room, as he catches a glimpse of the sun, as he catches a glimpse of the sun. Of the sun. How to write a song about the sun.
There you have it, folks.
One way to write a song about the sun. Not how to. One way to of a million.
I love it. A couple quick housekeeping things, if I may, just to jump in here. So first, thank you so much for spending some of your evening with us. This channel is all about bringing you the live musicians that you know and love, new ones that maybe you haven't met, and then just keeping the music alive. So we love spreading the noise. If you like what you hear here, please go ahead and share that stream so we can get Matt in front of as many people as we can. So I just wanted to kind of go in there and say that. That was all.
Thank you. And thanks, Ben, for what you're doing. Hi, Evie Morris. How are you? Evie's been throwing backyard concerts in a safe and responsible way. They've got a beautiful stage. As we all just sort of adapt to this challenge. Ben, you're doing an amazing job. It's just been extraordinary experience that we're all living through. I hope everyone's finding some positivity in it. It's just been really neat in a way. I know it stinks. I mean, I really got to stretch to find the ways that it's been good, but they are there. And one way is that people are just learning to, you got to play music, you got to sing songs, you got to tell stories. And can you imagine in 1918, there's no internet, no email. That's isolation. Our form of isolation has been odd in that we're in touch. I mean, people I haven't seen in real life for months are here saying hi on this thing. And it's pretty interesting. It's just been really interesting. It's been nice. My buddy Charlie Mossbrook, who I don't know if he's done a Gage House sessions. Maybe we can get him to.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Charlie Mossbrook's been really doing well with an open mic show. You know, he's a host of open mics.
Right.
You can't do open mics under these conditions. Everyone spits all over the mic, for one thing. And what was he going to do? But he immediately started figuring out how to stream, how to get.
Yeah, he's been doing some amazing
stuff. Doing some neat stuff, generating cool content, and moved his open mic online where he can feature his favorite songwriters that he meets in his normal travels around the country in normal times. It's just been awesome to see people adapt. Megan Stepka does their 48-hour music fests.
Yeah, those are really cool.
48 hours straight.
That's pretty intense.
Where it's like a pass the baton, so you might play, you play at 6 o'clock, and then when you're done, someone else starts at 7 and then 8 for 48 hours straight.
Yeah.
Those have been amazing. It's just been really neat. Me, mostly, I work a day job. I play all the time. I just haven't been public about it, really. I play to relax, and I've been working hard for Cleveland State and just trying to balance my life and weird time and spend as much cool time running with my dog as possible. And I still have my good circle of close friends, so everything is okay on my end. But I haven't been doing a lot of the streaming shows, so I appreciate the opportunity to sing to some folks tonight.
Yeah.
Here's the first song off my latest album. I've got 3 albums on Spotify. If you like these songs, I'm the only Matt Harmon on Spotify. I think I get 0.0028 cents every time you listen to one of my songs on there. So
you're taking me out to dinner, brother.
That's right. 0.0028 cents per stream. So if you just set up all your devices and set up an algorithm just to loop those for me. It's pretty silly, but I'm very happy to have my tunes out there because it was kind of funny. When you're playing a gig and you have CDs on a table, some people buy them, but you'll get like a 20-something woman will show up and she'll say, "Oh, you've got albums," and she'll point to them, and I'm like, "Yeah, I got 3 CDs," and she'll say, "Are they on Spotify?" And I know that if I say yes, she's not going to buy a CD, but she's not going to buy one anyways because she doesn't even have a playback device for it.
Right.
and I know that. But when I say it's on Spotify, I get an immediate validation that I don't suck. And I could. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but there's some sort of validation with being on those platforms. So there's a little pressure as a songwriter to put your stuff on these platforms where you get no return on your investment at all. It's a real conundrum for a musician.
It's true. It's tricky.
Right? But so I don't mind having my stuff on there, but I'm very realistic that I'm not going to break even on the production costs of an album. You make these things as a work of art and stick it out there in the world because it's part of what you do. I mean, there's no there's no real caviar dreams. Anyway, this is the first song off my latest album. The album is called Take Your Time. It's a bit of a concept album, and this is In the Beginning. In the beginning, they had not a clue. The earth was as flat as the water was blue. And the stars, they were affixed to a dome. And the sun was a warrior's chariot of fire on the run. And then someone noticed the North Star would rise in the sky as you sailed towards the pole. And that's all you require to make a flat earth retire. Astronomy was on a roll. Well, fast forward a bit See Copernicus get an idea that could rock the whole world. He said, perhaps it might be, it's not you and not me, but the sun around which we all whirl. And the clerics, they cried no, but then Galileo, he got his hands on his first telescope. He found Jupiter's moons floating around like balloons at the end of old gravity's rope. He had explaining to do to the Pope. And then Hubble had a telescope, and you cannot believe how far that old telescope of Hubble's could be. And he found sweet Andromeda so far away, he knew we were nestled in this little Milky Way. Now we've got telescopes orbiting us. They're looking at the beginning of time, as galaxies coalesce from a great big bang mess, giving birth to this new paradigm. Still I'm watching this lunar eclipse through these clouds, and I can see why in Bible times the people could freak out, as the moon turned red and then vanished discreetly, then turned red again and emerged quite completely. It could all be a heavenly battle where the blood flows maroon, or perhaps it is only the shadow of the earth falling over the moon. Oh, the earth falling over the moon.
I love that song. I love that song so much.
Thank you. What are people saying? Oh, Matt Harmon, the golfer. Yeah, there is a pro golfer named Matt Harmon. I keep an eye on him. He's like a lower level guy. He was on a nationwide tour. Yeah, I keep an eye on Matt Harmon. We're soulmates.
To see how he's doing.
I golf. I try to break 100
Send
in
him
both
Christmas
golf
cookies.
and bowling. I suck at both. That's terrible.
Can you break 100 in bowling?
You should be going for 300.
I know that's what you're supposed to be going for. I'm normally happy if I can break 100, but I don't always do it.
I want to break 100 in bowling, and I want to break 100 in golf. It's bad on both in both sports.
Yeah.
But oh no, Carol Kugler lost her connection. I disagree. I mean, you're commenting.
Oh no.
I wonder if she's just got she'll make it. Hi Shelby. I do not have a storybook, but that last song I played, the album cover, I had a really great graphic novelist friend of mine who lives in Washington D.C. He went to Cleveland Heights High School. He's a friend of mine from Cleveland, but he now lives in Washington D.C. and he's a great children's book and graphic novelist, great children's book illustrator and graphic novelist. So I reached out to him to illustrate that last song for me. And if you go to my YouTube channel, which is YouTube/Matt Harmon Music, and that's why I'm Matt Harmon. That golfer is why I'm Matt Harmon Music on all my social media. I don't know how he is at guitar. I should reach out to him. Maybe
you could give
him a caddy for him.
You could give him golf lessons,
guitar lessons,
or guitar lessons. He'd give you some golf lessons.
That's a great idea. I think I'll reach out to Matt Harmon.
Yeah, 'tis the season.
I think that's true.
I think you guys are going to be fast friends.
I'm going to put a call into him, and I don't think he's at the Tiger Woods level. I could probably get a message to Matt.
Well, you just tell him who you are.
I think he's probably accessible. I think being a golf caddy would be gold. I mean, those guys get 10% of the take. If you're a top golfer, yeah, I think they do pretty good. If you're caddying for a golfer that makes.
What do you need to know? You need to know which.
I think you need to be a pretty good golfer, actually. If you're telling Tiger Woods to aim a micromillimeter left, yeah, you probably. I'd be well.
Just go out and have fun. Yeah. Do your best.
Have you tried a White Claw? What do I tell him? I don't know.
Just giving drinks.
Matt, maybe we could rent a cart.
My caddy's drunk again.
Have you thought about renting a cart? All this walking.
Yeah, you'd be more rested.
It'd be a terrible golf caddy at that level.
What would you'd have like taffy for snacks
Yes.
or
Hey,
honey?
can we get a hot dog at the turn? What?
Super sticky, yeah, hot dog.
It's a bona fide sport, man.
Hot dogs always taste better on golf courses, though. I'm not a big golfer, but I will go for the hot dogs.
The hot dog is an acquired taste. There's a lot of people in our viewing audience that just cringe at the thought of a hot dog.
Oh, the thought of a hot dog. Who here doesn't like a hot dog? Please,
By
let
show
let
of
us
hands,
know.
yeah. By show of likes.
I love a good hot dog, especially when it's in the foil. It's all like steamed bun.
Oh, I like a ball game hot dog with stadium
Yeah.
mustard. We're in Cleveland. We got the best mustard maybe in the world.
Do we? We have special mustard?
There's the Cleveland ballpark mustard is absolutely out of this world. Yeah.
Huh.
It's different.
The more you know.
You don't get it anywhere else. Let's see. I'll do another one. Same album. This one's called "Find Some Peace," and it's a direct reference to Facebook commenting. I'm a rabble rouser and a troublemaker, and I do like to poke the bear, and I'm that guy that I don't just scroll by. If someone says something just outlandish, it's easier just to scroll by, but I like to poke and be like, hey, I know that's just not true, and here's about 8 reasons why. And it's no good, and it's not productive, and we're not
fun.
We're not even friends. Like, in Facebook world or in social media, maybe you're an acquaintance. Not even. In some cases like that, Facebook friend of yours is hardly a friend at all. You never even really met him.
We're an acquaintance in high school or
Right.
something
or
like
we
that.
have mutual common interest in golf.
See, Dave knows what's up. Chili
Right.
cheese.
Hot
Ooh.
dog and raw onions. Yeah, right. Raw onions. I like mustard. It's funny. Yeah, you different condiments for different occasions. The family barbecue, the baseball game, the golf turn. I want different things in each situation. It's interesting.
Now I really want a hot dog.
Yeah.
I didn't have dinner. I'm pretty hungry.
Because I'll get rustle up some dogs. Anyways, this song's called "Find Some Peace," and it's specifically about bickering on the internet with strangers. You're hardly a friend of mine. No, you're not kind in the least. You're stupid because you're never right. And you're pitiful. And you're weak. Well, I'm sorry that wasn't very nice. I apologize. I get upset. Sometimes my words, they're cold as ice. Sometimes I learn to cool my jets. We all deal with sadness and we all deal with pain. Still we recognize the grandness of a freshly fallen rain. And out here in the madness you can hear a soft refrain. This world could know peace somehow, someday. Well, I turn on my TV set and I'm more than a bit confused. A bomb went off in Bangladesh in some silly sectarian feud. And we call it collateral damage when an innocent life you lose. But them folks was dancing at a wedding, and how can you stand this news? I'm struggling to describe the swinging of my moons when I finally realize I'm like the waxing of the moon as it returns from the darkness. And suddenly I knew, this world, it isn't heartless. It's just really got the blues. Oh, but there's bound to be an upswing. Yes, it's bound to turn out well. If we all just strum upon the heartstrings, we can watch this whole thing swell. With love for our brothers and our sisters, and love for our neighbors and our friends. So when we turn the dial on the TV, someday that news can be good again. 'Cause we all deal with sadness, we all deal with pain. Still we recognize the grandness of a freshly fallen rain. And out here in the madness, you can hear a soft refrain. This world could know peace if we pick a nicer thing to say. So don't say you're hardly a friend of mine. Say that's Mars in the southern sky. Don't say you're not kind in the least. Say that's the moon upon the rise in the east. Don't say you're stupid because you're never right. Say that's Jupiter up there casting light. Don't say you're pitiful, you're weak. Say you're beautiful. Find some peace. Find some peace. Here we go.
I like that one a lot.
How you doing there, Otis? He's dialed in.
He's out. He's living the life.
That's good.
He goes outside. And, so I don't know if you saw, I got chickens back there.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
he'll
that.
like,
How cool.
yeah, sometimes he tries to play with them or
Thank you,
chase them,
Dave.
but they bully him a little bit.
That's funny.
It's
James, my dog, knows about some chickens. It was one place we walk. There's some chickens, and he doesn't want to hurt them. He's just fascinated by the coop.
yeah.
And every time he jumps out of my car, and he kind of asks permission. I'm like, yeah, go check him out. And he just beelines over to where he knows these chickens are. I'm a little worried about it, actually, because it's just a matter of time till maybe one of them is out. I mean,
Yeah, so back in my folks' place, they've got a bunch of chickens, but they also have ducks. And they've got this dog Molly. She's a great dog. She's so friendly. But she got some of the ducks.
Oh.
Yeah, they got little ducklings, and I think they had
it's so
like
brutal.
10, and now there's only like 5 or something.
So brutal.
Yeah.
Speaking of the ducks, my heart is heavy with Oregon. I'm an Oregon Duck. I went out after high school at Cleveland Heights. I went out to Oregon and went to college in Eugene. And right now, a lot of my friends out there are struggling because their state's on fire.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty.
it's no joke. Yeah, I got
pretty crazy.
my buddy Bo had to evacuate, and he took his wife and their goats are at a hotel in Portland right now. There's a hotel in Portland with at least some goats in it.
Oh my gosh, goats!
Goats.
Oh, that's crazy.
How awesome, though. I mean, it sucks that they're losing their property, but can you imagine showing
Walking
up at a
around with the
hotel in
goats.
Portland? They're like, well, yeah, come on in. We know the situation. So.
That's cool that they let them.
But I'm real bummed for Eugene, and my heart's with folks at Eugene who are getting ash poured all over them right now. Man, it's a mess.
Oh, it's the whole coast. I saw this powerful picture at the end of the Golden Gate Bridge. That whole mountain. It's not really a mountain. It's like this hill, and there's some lookout points. It's a beautiful spot, and it's just right on fire. It's right by Muir Woods. So I've gone there a number of times. That's one of my favorite places when I go to San Francisco.
So beautiful, yeah.
It's amazing. There's there's this YMCA that is it's so oddly tucked at the end of this road. It's just in the weirdest spot, and then by a lighthouse. But from there, you can see just over the water. You can see the city. It's really a beautiful spot, and now it's on fire, and it's hard to see.
It's heartbreaking, yeah. That's what are folks saying? Dave, yeah, that last song is on my Take Your Time album. It's my most recent record. It's a 7-song, 30-minute concept album. You notice that astronomy theme in my songs. Oh, Mount Tamalpais. Yeah, Dave, that's on Take Your Time. Earlier, Kim mentioned the Happy Dog. We had a good conversation about hot dogs without mentioning the Happy Dog. That was an oversight on our part.
I was saying, I load that thing up till it's about 5 pounds. I put the fried egg on it. The greens and bacon. That's a good move.
I only tried
macaroni and cheese.
I tried the Fruit Loops once because you can. And I
haven't tried it. Thoughts? Is it good?
Well, the thing was, I was with a couple of friends, and I was like, let's just do it. Let's get some. So I loaded it up with, and you know how the Happy Dog rolls. I mean, I had like a organic, fresh ground peanut butter with a chili jelly. So a jelly that had some kick to it.
Okay.
With my Fruit Loops on top. So like a peanut butter and jelly with Fruit Loops on top, and it sounded stupid. It was delicious because There was something about that spicy peanut butter jelly combo, and then a Fruit Loop. A Fruit Loop is nothing. It's just that dusty,
More of texture, I'd imagine.
crunchy sweetness. It was great. I couldn't believe it, man.
Oh, wow.
It was an extraordinary hot dog. It blew my mind. So those are the venues, the Beachland, the Happy Dogs. Too many to name, the Grog and everybody. I mean,
so many.
The ones you got in the Jillies, and I don't know how places down here that you guys have. We're in Akron, by the way, internet people. I'm just so concerned for the venues.
Yeah, we have some amazing places around here, and they're hurting. Yeah, I know, like, some of them that are even a little more strict of a music venue, they're not open at all. Like Musica's, but...
Look at Kim's dog. What did she say there?
Garlicky
escarole? I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Is
Blue
snails?
cheese. Blue cheese is
Escargot?
great.
Blue cheese, bacon, and fried egg. Yeah, I never get putting fried eggs willy-nilly on.
Oh.
That's just not my jam, but
I
I get
love-
that people like it.
Love eggs so much. Fried eggs, put them on everything. Oh, brie cheese.
Oh, brie cheese.
That
Oh.
changes everything.
Yeah, that just,
Everything can.
it's a bitter cheese.
And Andy, I feel you. I'm quite hungry now.
Let's do another tune. How we doing on time? I have no clue.
Oh, you're golden.
This song's about the changing of the seasons. This one kind of bummed me out a little bit. I was practicing my set and thinking of what songs I'd like to play, and it's fall. I mean, it's that crispness in the air. It's that sleeping weather that kicks in. Here in Ohio, I mean, I know we're on the internet, so everybody's got their own weather depending on where you're watching this from. But here in Ohio, there's a distinct change of seasons. And we're starting to smell and feel fall. And the weird part of that for me is that this was just a really weird summer. This was not the standard summer. So to be saying goodbye to it, it's like, wait a minute, we kind of got ripped off there. It just kind of had me bummed out that the longer this weird pandemic of ours goes on, the more we're missing our seasonal changes in a way. So that's all in my head, though. Weather is a state of mind. I'm just got to find my fall and find my summer, differentiate seasons in a new way. But anyways, this one's called Loving Arms. Though we're clinging to the summer, watch it go. We'll never make it through November without snow. And it won't be until April until the daffodils are able to prepare their petals for the springtime show. There's a chill upon the air that was not there, and now the leaves are turning colors in despair. The grass is growing grayer, it's getting ready for that layer of morning frost that's soon to grip us in its snare. It's a lovely little planet, but I'd like to meet the one who planned it, 'cause she could have hired a better engineer. Yes, it's tilted on its axis, so the sun don't get enough access to the northern hemisphere this time of year. 6 months of winter, say it isn't so. We'd better hunker down and stay out of the cold. The nights are growing longer and that bitter winds blow stronger. Better batten down the hatches, don't you know? If there is a grand creator, I bet she lives near the equator, sipping Mai Tais on the beach down by the sea. She may be a supreme being, but she clearly was not seeing how this weather could be rough on you and me. So huddle up inside, don't be forlorn. Hear the wind out on the street, it's quite a storm. But inside we've got this fire. Let's snuggle up beside her, where together we can never come to harm. Hibernating in a cave of loving arms. No, together we will never come to harm. Hibernating in a cave of loving arms. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Otis. Look alive, bud. Hey, Otis. Nah, I got nothing. That's good, though. That's a good sign. If Otis is sleeping,
He's out.
things
I
are
think
good.
I think it's I call him Odie so often.
Odie.
Yeah.
Odie. Yeah, we got nothing. That's
Even
okay.
nothing?
He's restful.
He's
I'm not
out.
trying to bother him. Yeah, if your dog is agitated, you're not playing well. You just got to play in a smooth and silky way. Someone up there in the chat said that Otis needed a wake-up song.
Maybe.
She wants to start to like... I got a little eye twitches all out of him.
A little.
Tiny.
So my theory, and I've said it once or twice before, is
There he is.
that he gets so anxious that I think when people are playing music, he gets anxious that people are going to leave. But when people are playing music, he knows that we're staying.
Oh.
And so I think he knows, and he can be completely off guard.
Totally true. Yeah, if the
Yeah.
guitar is out, you're
He
not going
knows
anywhere for a while.
Exactly.
And
So
can
he
relax.
knows that
Yeah.
he doesn't have to be sad. It's a
And
beautiful
as soon as the
thing.
guitar goes down, there's any possibility. We're going out. We're
Exactly.
Gonna, what are we going to do? Yep. No, you're totally true. Oh, thanks, Evie. Yeah, that's my song Love in Arms, about the transition from summer into fall. There's that one line, inside we got this fire. I always picture the Barking Spider Tavern. I always picture the little orange fireplace in the corner. Inside we've got that fire. Let's snuggle up beside her. Sure do miss the spider. That was kind of my musical home base. Did you ever get a chance to play there?
Yeah, a couple times. That was just an amazing spot.
Just an amazing spot.
It was
So
like
lucky.
going into Narnia when you'd go into that back area, like the outside spot,
Okay,
because
yeah.
it was completely enclosed,
Uh-huh.
by just plants,
Yep.
and so you're driving through in Cleveland and just by the school and stuff, you would never have thought, and then you
No.
go into this place, and then you go in the back, you can't see a building, you just see
Yeah, it was
trees and vines and stuff.
so
and it was-
great. Yeah, we missed the spider. It's been about 4 years already since the spider closed, I believe. The spider closed.
Were you there for that final night?
I was there that last weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just,
That was a pretty crazy weekend.
was a
It
blur
was-
for me.
It was packed.
yeah, it was packed. I think the week leading up to that, before the real fanfare that last weekend, when everyone knew it was the last hurrah. Yeah, that was a beautiful, special time, and we're just so lucky to have met some Evie Morris. I probably met you through the spider. Kim, I bet you anything, I met you through the spider. Andy Bestian, Andy's hungry. He's my coworker, my good buddy.
I'll be honest, I just ordered Chinese.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
I was
Perfect.
just so
I was
hungry.
actually
Andy.
thinking about hitting the PF Chang's on the way home. They might just drive by and they'll throw some kung pao in my window. I don't have
Don't
to
want it.
stop. I don't think.
Let's pitch it.
Anyways, I got maybe one more in me.
Well, then let me say a couple things.
Okay.
The first thing that I will say is thank you, Matt, so much for coming in and sharing your music with us. This is
pleasure.
just an incredible moment in time, and that's kind of what we're doing here. That's the goal. We're capturing moments in time. We're allowing the community to still be able to connect, even though that we're kind of distant right now. Live music is an important part of my life and so many others, and I know that Northeast Ohio has talent to boast. It's just incredible. So that's the goal here, and if you like what you hear, please follow Matt. Also, please follow this page, and so you can see we have artists booked all the way to the end of the year, and we are looking at ways to continue to be able to bring music to you in 2021. So please follow the page. And I'll post all the ways that you can help. But the biggest thing is just love the music, spread the noise, support these musicians. They're kind of keeping us going. So we love you all so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. for joining us, Matt, and all these amazing guests. Joining in on the comments and sharing the stream is huge. It kind of makes it feel a little bit like a show, you know?
I see you guys out there. I see your names. I know you're out there, and I appreciate it.
And we promise on this show not to take any of these moments for granted. Your time, your support, it really, truly means everything to us. And we couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much. And we promise to keep striving to bring you just the best content that we can. So that was my piece.
Thank
Matt,
you.
I love you, brother.
I love you too.
You got another tune for us? And
yeah, I will do another tune, and just to second the emotion. Yeah, it's just so nice to be here. I know I've been watching the show, and I saw Brent. I think Brent was the most recent one.
Yeah, last week. Yep.
Brent Kirby, a great friend of mine, a beautiful human being, had a nice show on here, and I've seen the artists that are on here, so I'm validated by it, and I appreciate your
just like Spotify
respect for my tunes and inviting me to be here. It means a lot to me.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, the spider does live on, Kim. We're the spider diaspora. Diaspora.
Don't look at me.
I'm bad at that. Anyways, it's true. Yeah, we're wandering, and the spider is now a state of mind. We take the spider where we go. In fact, when I play any restaurant, any gig, it doesn't matter what it is, a wedding by the lake, a little crowded restaurant in Burton, I always picture the spider in my mind when I sit down. When I settle in, I just look around the room in my mind. I see Martin and Jenna and my friends and picture that space. It puts me in a comfort zone no matter what situation I'm in. It's my go-to. So, yeah, here's to all the venues out there that give people a place to cut their teeth in this business. I'm going to play my newest song. I haven't been writing a lot lately. I've been really focused on the day job and managing myself through the pandemic, and I just haven't been writing a lot. And also, I don't like to write about current events, and because they become dated later. I notice that if I write something on current events, 3 years from now, I'm singing it, and it just doesn't resonate in the same way with me anymore. They're not necessarily keepers, in other words. So I've been trying not to write pandemic songs. Also, when you write a song and you go into them, you're going in to escape into some scene. And if it's bad times, I mean, sometimes you just don't, it defeats the purpose. You're playing music and writing to escape a tough time. I'm not going to write about the tough time. I'm going to write about something else. So I was like, okay, I haven't written anything in a while. I'm just going to write a song that isn't about the moon. You've heard all my stuff. I got all these astronomy references. I want to just write a song that just tells a random story, not even about me necessarily. And this is what I wrote. When we finally declared, for better or for worse, it weren't a promise nor no prayer. In the end it was some kind of curse. 'Cause it was never quite enough, the sweet love we once shared. And when the going got tough, it vanished into thin air. Now that we've moved on, well, I miss you sometimes. So I still sing your songs, 'cause I still love these lines. And I can be with you inside these rhymes that I wrote. I feel the feelings I felt when you left me that note. now that we've moved on. Well, I miss you sometimes. So your songs, 'cause I still love these lines. And I can be with you inside these lines that I wrote. I feel the feelings I felt when you left me that note. Well, it was never quite enough, though we sure had our fun. And when the going got rough, in the end it was easy to run. In the end it was easy to run. In the end it was easy to run. In the end it was easy to run.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, everyone.
Over and out. Thanks, guys.
Be happy, be healthy, be safe, and we'll see you soon.